Hello everyone, photographer Andredesignz here with a new retouch video. And guess what? You'll be editing this image with me. Alright, so let's get right to it. The first thing we're going to do is to activate the action panel. So what you'll do is to go to Window and then come down to where it says Actions. You could press on your keyboard, you could press Alt F9. Alright, click that. So what we have here is the default action panel, right? We all know that we don't use the actions that Photoshop actually provides. So we're going to delete it. So we're going to click on default actions and come down right here for the delete button. Good. The next step now is to load the actions, my actions, frequent separation actions. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the website, andredesignz.com, or you can use the link in the description to download this action. You're going to go to tutorials, and then right here it says download actions. Good. It's going to take you to a Dropbox folder, and then you can just click on the direct download right here. It may ask you to sign up. You could just say no thanks. Alright. Good. So it's going to ask you where to save it. I'm just going to save it on my desktop. You can save it just about anywhere on your computer. Alright. So let's go back to Photoshop. And then in Photoshop, you're going to go over to here. Then come down to where it says load actions. And then wherever you save the action, just click on it. Automatically it will load the actions. So these are my actions. You can turn this into a button by coming here and click on the button mode, and then you'll have all the actions that I used to edit my images. Alright, so I've done some minor tweaks to the actions, nothing major. Alright, so let's do this now. This image was taken with the Nikon D750 camera. The lens I was using is the 85mm lens, and let's see camera. All right, so the 85mm lens I was shooting at 1.8. The exposure was at 2000, ISO 100. Yeah, so basically I was using the Explorer 600 light for this shoot, so it wasn't a natural light shoot. All right. And the reason why I didn't do natural light is because the sun was really high, and it was, the background would actually be really overexposed, and I didn't really wanted that, and I didn't want to expose for the background and have too much work to do with the bringing up back the colors and bringing back the shadows out of the image. Even though the dynamic range on the D750 is great, I didn't really want to do that. Alright, so yeah, so let's get right into it now. So this image is a 16-bit image, and if you want to change it to your 16-bit, you can come up here where it says image mode and 16-bit. So because this is a 16-bit image, I am going to use a 16-bit action. Good. So I noticed that for images like this, that are zoomed out, we're not up close like beauty shots, I see that the radius at 6% actually works great. So I'm just going to use 6%. When you're doing like the studio ones, you could still do 6%, but 10% for the radius works just the same. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to zoom up the image. Yeah, she did her own makeup and it was flawless. She did a great job. Yeah, so yeah, and she has the oil on her skin. I think it's olive oil that we applied to her skin as well. Good. All right, so let's get into the editing. The image is now zoomed in, and I'm going to apply the mixer brush to the skin just to blend it out a little bit. All right. So if you always watch my video, you'll know that I always use the mixer brush instead of blurring the skin. Alright, so let's do this. So we're going to go over to the mixer brush right here. The mixer brush is normally on the brush. If you hold down on brush, you'll see the long list of brushes. Alright, the next thing you should ensure that you do is to clear the brush. If there's a color right here, you clear the brush, and your wetness should be at 2%. Everything else remains the same. Alright, so I'm just get my brush a little bit bigger by using the bracket on the keyboard, and I'm just going to blend the skin out a little bit. Alright, so let me zoom this in. Let's look at the before and after for this. So before and after. So you see it blends out this section right here. Alright, so that's one of the reasons why I love to use the mixer brush. So basically what I'm doing, I am mixing in the lighted area, and then over here is a dark area, the shadow. Just going to mix there as well. So normally when I'm mixing, I don't mix the light area and the dark area together. I mix them separately. Alright, but there are some times though you have to go from the dark to the bright area just to blend the image out a little bit. Alright, so using the mixer brush also flattens the image. I'm gonna always say this in my videos because I don't know when somebody will be seeing this video and not the older videos, so I might sound a bit repetitive when I am editing in all my videos, because as I said before, I don't know who will be seeing the videos and which one they'll be seeing first. Alright, so I'm blending out the skin right now. Alright, so let's look at it before and after. So I'm going to come down to the model's leg. I'm going to put her link in the description for her page so you can check out her page. And also, she's a great performer. This girl can sing. Oh my. You can check out her page. She's also on YouTube. I don't remember her YouTube link, but I might just put it in the description if I remember when I'm uploading this. Alright, so I'm gonna blend the neck a little bit. So I want to get everything in one. That's the reason why I'm doing that. So look at the neck, everything is in one. Alright, so we're gonna work on the face now. So in the highlighted area, I'm just gonna mix. Alright, so in this case where the highlighting here is a bit sharp, sometimes I can just do that and blend it out a little bit. So look at this. See? Good. So I'm going to go to the forehead and I'm going to blend it out a little bit as well. Right under the eye. And if you notice, there's not much I need to do with the face as it relates to cleaning up and stuff like that. Alright, that's good. She has a beautiful smile, I should tell you. And her skin looks like chocolate. It does. Thumbs up for that. Alright, so I think I'm done with the mixing. I don't think I need to do any more mixing on this mother's skin. Let's see. Before and after. So we're going to go to the high frequency layer right now, and we are going to clean up the skin, like get rid of the pimples and stuff like that. So I'm going to get the clone stamp tool. You can press S on your keyboard for the clone stamp tool, and it's at 100% for the flow and also for the opacity. So I'm just going to click an area that does not have any pimples and paint over the pimple area. Alright, for some reason it's not looking like how I expect it to look, so I'm just going to undo. I'm just come right here and I'm just going to undo all the cloning that I've done. And then I'm going to go back to the high frequency layer. I'm going to get my brush a little bit smaller. You want to match the size of the pimple. So I'm going to select it from this section here. Alright, that looks better. And what I notice as well, you see over here is smooth, and where the pimple is located is not smooth. So it's not good to take it from here. You best take it closer to the pimple over to this side. So this area is smooth, so you just right there, you see? Right, so that's what you do. Good. Let me come over this side and do this as well. And then I'm going to come down here. And so right here is smooth, right here isn't. So you're going to make sure you take it right here. So take it from here to clean right there. Good. Alright, right here is not doing so well. Let me just get my brush a little bit bigger than what it was before. Good. Alright, this right here I want to get rid of it, so I'm just going to do this. So it's basic, guys. You just select from a particular area that is clean and just paint over an area that has the pimple to hide it, basically. There's not much I need to do with with the face. That looks good. Alright, so I'm just gonna come down. Well, could just get rid of this little one right here, and this one, and this one. Alright, that looks good. So I'm gonna come down to the model's neck. I think I want to get rid of some of these lines here, so I'm just gonna sample and paint. Yeah, that's good enough. I think I kind of damaged it right there. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Let me just undo everything. I think and then I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so right there is where I had the issue. So alright, that works. Let's come down under the neck here. Good. And then I'm gonna come closer to the arm, the chest. Alright, good. Come over here as well. Alright, so you notice that I'm still using the brush, and the size is really big. I mean, there are some sections on the skin you can actually use a big brush and it works perfectly. When you're doing it on the face, it's a little bit different at times, so you have to be careful. You can just test it and see what works for you, but it's always a safe thing to do to get the brush smaller and paint it smaller, the same size as the pimple, or same size of the area that you're cleaning. Alright, that looks good. Let me come over here. You might be wondering, why am I even cleaning these small stuff? I mean, these things make a difference in your image, trust me. So it's always good to just be detailed when you're editing your images. Alright, good. That looks good. Let me come down to the model's thigh. Not seeing, well, yeah, these are the things. I think these are from the grass. These things on her legs are from the grass. Alright, so I'm done. Let's look at it before and after. Let me just scroll up a little bit more. Before and after. So that looks great. Alright. Also, when you're shooting with light, I don't know. I think when you're shooting with light, you strobe, you actually edit faster. You have more work to do when you shoot natural light, I believe, in some cases. But I rather shoot in natural light because I don't like the idea of walking around with the light itself. So alright, so what we're going to do now is to do some dodge and burn. So I'm going to come right here where the dodge and burn action is. Then I'm going to press B on the keyboard for my brush, and the flow is going to be at 1%. Then I'm going to scroll up my image. I'm going to start working on the what's this? The burn. So this is going to be the dark areas. They call it, in the makeup world, they call it this is contouring. Yeah, they call it contouring. And the lighted area is normally oh my god, I have a brain freeze right now. It's normally highlighting. So I don't want to do much of highlighting. I'm just going to go over the areas that has shade on it, or where a lot of light wasn't hitting, and that will give the face a shape basically. So I'm going to go back over to the, I'm going to go to the dodge, which is the highlighting. Just highlight right there a little bit. Just look at the before and after. Then I'm going to come down to the chin. I'm going to go to the dodge again, and then I'm going to highlight the chin a little bit. Before and after. Good. And then I'm going to come down to the model's arms, and then I'm going to highlight it. So I'm highlighting the area where the light was hitting. So right here. Let's look at it before and after. Good. So anywhere where the light was hitting, you want to highlight it. And right here, I want to blend out the chest a little bit, so I'm just going to highlight it a little bit right there. Right here. Good. Alright, there are sometimes some sections of your image does not have any highlight and it's dark, and sometimes you need to highlight it. So I'm going to highlight the thigh right there. Let's look at it before and after for that as well. Before, after. So I'm done with the highlighting. I'm going to go to dodge. There are sometimes, not dodge, burn. There are sometimes though you don't really necessarily need to burn the image. I don't even know why I'm even going to burn this right now, but I'm just going to just play with it a little bit. The good thing is that I'm at 1%, so yeah. Let's look at the before and after for the burn only. Just a subtle change. Not need to do anything too much. Gonna come back up here and do some more burning, like right here, right here. The contouring, the highlighting and the contouring kind of look a little bit sharp. I think I want to adjust it a little bit more. I just kind of blend it out a little bit. So I'm just gonna come back right here to the background layer, and then go to the frequency separation layer. I'm gonna stay at 6. Then I'm gonna click this one right here, Control Shift the right bracket to bring it to the top. And then I'm just gonna work on the high frequency layer again. Gonna press B on the keyboard for the mixer brush, or you just toggle through the brush section here. And then I'm gonna zoom it up a little bit more. I'm gonna try to blend it out a little bit. Alright, so before and after. I'm not sure if I'm feeling it. Alright, so I'm not going to mix it. I'm going to undo that. Let me go down to the low frequency layer and see something. Let me try something. No. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the high frequency layer. And then I'm going to press L on the keyboard for the... No, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the patch tool. So you can press P on your keyboard, or J on the keyboard actually for the patch tool, or you can just hold on the healing brush. Normally the healing brush would be right here, or whatever last tool you've been using. So I'm just going to... wait, what's happening here? I'm seeing the before image. I think I did something wrong. Let me see. Alright, I'm going to delete this because I'm not sure what just happened. And hold on. Let me see something here. Alright, I'm not sure what's happening here, but let me just go back to the last known. I think I may have an error in my action. I think I have an error in my action. because normally when I create a new action, it should just have the new information at the top here and not the old information. So I'm going to delete this again. Wait, just delete that. Alright, so I'm just going to merge everything and then create a new. You know what, I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to recreate the action because something is not right with this action. So let me just stop the video and recreate the action and then start again. Alright, so I'm back. I am not sure what is up with the new updates that I've done with the action, but I'm back to the old action. So just gonna drag it over to the action panel, my old action, and then I'm gonna set it back as a button, and we're gonna work with the old one for now. So I'm not sure what's happening. I might just update it later. I don't know, but it's not working like how it should be. All right, so what I was doing just now was to try to blend out the contouring and highlighting right there. But after looking at it, I mean, this image is not going to be printed. This image is going to only be uploaded to my Instagram and her Instagram as well. So have it zoomed out. I don't necessarily need to edit the contouring and highlighting. But if you'd like to do something like this, what you do, let me just go back to the frequency separation and go to 6. And then what you'll do, just go to the high frequency layer and then get the patch tool, and then you just make a selection and just take your time and move it over. Alright, this one again. Well, take your time and move it. Well, you're gonna move it the other way. Alright, I think I'm gonna do this with this one as well. Move it the opposite direction. Like that. Good. You just make it wider. It's just wider, but I mean, I think it looks better. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, but it's basically you just smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, like that. See, it's not that sharp. All right, what's happening here? Alright, that's not bad. Zoom out the image. That looks good. Alright, so the next step now. What's the next step? To color the image. You know, I love to color my image. I don't think I need to do much coloring though, because I was shooting raw, as you all know, 16-bit image, and I was shooting natural for the image. You know, you have vivid, natural, standard. I was shooting natural because I wanted to have less color in the image itself, because I want to color it myself. And then let me just see. So Control Shift Alt E to create a new layer. Control J to create a copy of the layer. Then Control Shift A for camera raw. And then I'm gonna go on to auto. You know, I love clicking on auto. And auto looks good because look at the skin. Her skin looks has more richer color in it, and the background as well. Her hair, more light in the hair. The grass, the trees, you see the light on the trees from the flash. Yeah, I think I like auto. So I'm going to go to auto, and then I'm going to make some adjustment. Going to go black because I want back some black in the model's hair. Oh, and that's her real hair actually. So if you're wondering, yeah. And you just get some contrast a little bit. And then dehaze. A little bit of dehaze in it. Then I'm going to go over to the the HSL, and I'm going to work on the hue. I'm going to play with the greens. I wonder if I should start a new color scheme. I wonder if I should just go green. And for everything else, for these images, green. Yes. I'm not gonna do an earth tone. I'm just gonna do green. So everything for this image is going to be green. I'm scared. I'm still gonna blend a little earth tone in it a little bit. Yeah. Cause you know that's what I want for my signature look. Let me see. This orange is going to change our skin complexion, skin color. I don't want to touch that at all, so I'm going to do that. But I kind of like the idea of going green, but I'm scared. So, you know what? I'm just going to go green. I'm just going to go green. For all our images, once there are trees and stuff like that, I'm just going to go green, right? All right, so that's it, green. Then I'm gonna click OK. So tell me, do you like this natural look that comes out of the camera? That yeah, because the setting is natural. Are you like this edited green? Tell me what you think in the comments below. All right. So the next step now is to go down to the adjustment layer and go to color balance. And go to shadows, and then I always like to add 5 for the color balance, before and after. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the adjustment layer and go to contrast, because I want to put some more contrast in the models here. So the hair, go to contrast. I'm gonna put about 10 doesn't do a lot, so I'm just gonna put more. About that should be good. Then I'm going to invert it. So I'm going to click on the layer right here and then Control I to invert. Then I'm going to press B for my key for my brush, and then 100%, and then I'm going to paint the models here, because I want it to be black. Before and after. Before and after. Good. So that looks good. Alright. Chocolate skin. Alright, so there's nothing else I think I need to do right now, but I need to fix her eyes. It looks weird because of the flash and because of all the adjustment I've just made. So let's see how I'm gonna adjust this. So Control Shift Alt E to create a new layer, Control J, and then there are many different ways we can actually change the color or fix this, but I'm going to use clone stamp and make some adjustment to this. Clone stamp is at 100%. Just gonna bring the flow down. Alright, that looks a little bit better comparing to what it was before. And so that's that for that. What I could do, I could create a new layer and I could paint white on it. So I could sample from this white and then paint. Oh, wait, to get the brush first. I'm gonna zoom it up a little bit more. And then I'm just going to press I on the keyboard to sample the white. Wow, white. And then I'm just going to get my brush smaller and just going to paint. Alright, and that's another way you could actually do it as well. So I'm going to sample the white. And then... Actually, no, I think I have to sample the black, because I need to come in a little bit more. It's too wide. Alright, so that black is not working because it's still getting the purple from the eye. So I'm just gonna get, well, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just sample right here and then paint around here. Then I can just lower the opacity a little bit. Oh, just remember I was working on this one as well. So it's always a good practice to create multiple layers when you're working on stuff like this. So create a new layer and then just paint the black. And it's also better to sample from this eye as well because you're working on this eye. Alright, so I'm just going to lower the opacity a little bit right there. Then I'm going to get the white. I want the white from this one. I'm just going to... Alright, so let's look at it. Just going to put everything in a group. So select everything while holding on Control, then Control G. And then before and after. I'm going to zoom up some more. Before and after. As I said, there are many different ways you can actually do this. There may be a tool in Photoshop that can actually change the color of the eye when you have those issues, like red eye issues. And I could still do some more work on this, but guess what? This image is only going to be uploaded to my Instagram. I don't need to do so much work on it. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to clean, well, not clean, but whiten the teeth a little bit more. So I'm still on the brush, but I'm going to go to about 15%. And I'm just going to whiten the teeth a little bit. You know, I was watching something, I was actually reading something once that actually says what the color that you're seeing of her teeth right now before it's been, you know, retouched is actually the color it should be, because you're eating food, so naturally it's going to be that color. So in all honesty, your teeth is not really that white, because even a baby teeth is white, but normally when, or a toddler, normally when they start to eat food, it changes. So, you know, you don't necessarily need to have your teeth extremely white, but not yellow. But yeah, so basically that's it. She has a beautiful smile before and after for the teeth, and the image is done. The only other thing now, let me just merge everything, Control Shift E to merge everything, is to crop this for Instagram. Normally what I'll do, I would save the original size of the image like this, and then so I'm going to save it. It's going to save to my it's going to save to Lightroom. So now I'm just going to go to the clone stamp. You could press C on the keyboard for the clone stamp, and then the ratio 4:5, that's 8:10, and then I'm just gonna crop it. So once I upload it to Instagram, it's the full size image for the Instagram page itself. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something new. As I said, you can edit with me. The link is in the description for you to download the image and edit with me. Please do not upload it to your social media. These images are only for practicing. Alright guys, so thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Bye bye.